My topic is creative development and detail explained, and let's go to the topic and let's go to the start. Creative development is the process of concepting and refining messaging or artistic direction with the goal of driving an outcome. In the context of growth marketing and game publishing, the creative development process is often focused on concepting, producing, and refining creative messaging, positioning or advertising to drive user adoption. Creative development is a critical business lever because audience engagement with a creative asset, and therefore cost per action or revenue, can fluctuate wildly based on its resonance. Understanding the nuances of what messaging compels what behavior, on which platform, is critical for leveraging creative production as a growth lever for gaming. Creative performance is constrained or amplified by aligning messaging with the medium of a product and audience. For example, mobile game consumers have been conditioned to understand and accept mobile ads as a medium for driving game growth. Conversely, Web3 gaming audiences are primarily cryptocurrency enthusiasts with an inherent aversion to advertising but an affinity for referrals and partnerships with trusted Web3 communities. Understanding your audience, developing a hypothesis around a message, producing creative to test the hypothesis, deploying creative assets to the audience, and measuring the results is the flywheel for effective creative development. Creative development is about more than pretty pictures, especially online. It's about creating and using the right ideas, the right strategy, and presenting an offer in a way that effectively represents your brand while achieving your campaign goals. Our team was working with the internet before there was a World Wide Web. We've been doing web design and web development since 1995. But before that we were honing our marketing and communications talents, reaching out audiences with both success and failure, discovering what works. But it's really less of a secret than some knowledge completely hidden from everyone. In fact, it's often repeated to art students. What happens is that it too often gets ignored. It's a nice thing to know, but an artist doing some kind of creative development can't reach out into the minds of their audience, can they? Isn't it more like fire and forget? That was true for a very long time. A lonely part about being an artist, publishing and pushing out the work, receiving sporadic, imprecise and subjective feedback. The internet changed all that. Now professionals doing creative development have internet marketing. The internet facilitates counting views, counting clicks, and gives artists unprecedented feedback. You can see what works, see the performance with objective numbers, and audiences can communicate their excitement or displeasure instantly through email and social media. It's an amazing time to be a professional artist, an amazing time to do creative development. We're really excited to have the opportunity to be creative professionals in the digital age. We're especially excited about having our efforts towards excellence translate into results for our clients. Creative development has become more important in recent years. This is because it impacts everything from design to a company's business goals as well as its presentation of its offer online. It is about using the right ideas, campaigns, material, and many more. Although SEO has more of a technical nature, it will help your efforts be noticed by your target audience, which is why it should be considered during the creative development for your business marketing efforts. This reason is why expert marketers recommend local SEO for small businesses. A creative strategy involves the development of assets while considering current and future business objectives. There are a few steps you need to go over with your team to be able to create an effective creative strategy. How do you measure the success of creativity? There is more to it than just beauty. A piece of art can be so mesmerizing, yet be so hidden that no one can see it. For small businesses, this is where SEO services come in. You want to make sure that all your efforts are seen, and SEO will help you do just that. If done right, you can be on the first page of the search results page. Now, it is difficult to measure the success of creative assets. This is why it is so important to identify your business objectives during the creative strategy phase. Once you have a clear business objective in mind, it is easier to see if your creative assets are taking you anywhere near your goals. By having a clear objective, you can set or create a single metric to measure the success of our creative assets. And once you have a metric in place, you can easily see which channels, methods, and materials are working for your brand. What happens when there are assets that are not hitting their objectives or reaching your expectations? Now, you need to proceed to the next phase. Is your Facebook ad not working as well as you thought it would? Maybe your post on LinkedIn is not reaching as many people as you expected. That is okay. It does not mean that you have failed yet, it only means that you have some room for improvement. Implementing creativity in marketing is the process of incorporating creative concepts and ideas into your marketing strategies with the goal of selling a product or service. Typically, the objectives and goals of creative marketing are the same as traditional forms of marketing. The strategies and approaches may vary widely. Using creativity in marketing can give your audience an experience that inspires, engages, surprises or incorporates them. Creative marketing strategies can improve the establishment and understanding of your brand. It can help your marketing team better align its marketing strategies with the company's overarching business goals. It's important to include creativity in marketing for a wide variety of reasons. While strategic methods are common forms of marketing, creativity in marketing provides more potential for you to build your brand. For example, if you introduce a new campaign that creatively incorporates your brand name, this may have a bigger impact on an audience. Building a brand over time can differentiate you from competitors in your industry. Doing this with creative methods and strategies may increase the ability of the audience to recognize your brand among others. Using creative methods of marketing may provide opportunities to better understand and engage with your audience. You may have better success in appealing to the emotions of your audience by taking a creative approach. You can try to find new ways to collaborate with the audience to get a sense of their opinions, feelings and needs. Learning more about what the audience thinks can help your team discover and solve challenges in your strategy. Incorporating creativity into your team's marketing strategy can help people develop new ideas for promotions or campaigns. Generate new ideas may act as a catalyst for the marketing department to achieve an increase in success, engagement and product sales. If you develop methods for coming up with creative ideas, you may find that most of your team's ideas become more creative. By implementing creativity into your marketing strategy, you may save valuable resources, such as the advertising budget. If you create a well-executed creative campaign, it may generate a large amount of engagement on its own. If this occurs, you may not have to invest heavily in the promotion of that campaign since it takes place organically. The more this type of engagement happens on a creative promotion, the more cost-effective creativity in marketing can become for your department or team. The combination of data and creativity may significantly boost the performance of your marketing content. Your team can measure the success of various creative marketing endeavors to determine how your target audience received particular campaigns. Over time, you can learn more about which type of creative content appeals to your target audience, how they engage with the creative campaigns and what changes you can make to improve the levels of engagement. Before you begin, try to find inspiration for new campaign ideas. One way to do this is by researching successful creative campaigns and observing what other brands have attempted. Another way is by conducting meetings with various marketing planners, creatives and other marketing experts to learn more about potential processes to implement within your team. Finding people or past promotions that inspire you and your team can lead to productive conversations or ideas about how your brand can begin implementing creative marketing. One strategy you might use is to channel your team's creativity into solving one particular problem. For example, imagine that your target audience seems to include people of several age groups. You might use this information to develop a creative approach to reaching multiple people within each age group. Starting by focusing on a specific challenge may help the transition to creative marketing feel more manageable than changing your entire marketing strategy at once. Using the creativity of others is an important method for generating new ideas. You may gain ideas from employees outside your immediate department. Consider meeting with others to see if they can think of areas that the marketing team can direct your attention. You can try to come up with new strategies of collaboration to ensure you develop a successful, creative strategy to generate new ideas. You can partner with people in other departments to help turn the idea into a reality. Another helpful strategy for implementing creativity in marketing is to pay attention to the audience's experience from start to finish or end to end. You can examine the creation of the product to the buying process and everything that comes between. Thinking creatively about each aspect can highlight areas where you can improve marketing or introduce a new, creative aspect. Consider using data from various aspects of the business to identify distinct areas where the marketing team can focus on applying the creative approach. If you've been in the marketing industry for a while, you may have experience working as a marketing manager or director in a traditional marketing role. To channel other types of creativity, you might consider operating the department in a more flexible manner. By meeting the changing demands of the market, your team may generate fresh ideas as a result of the new management approach. If you're attempting to develop a campaign that varies significantly from what your team typically products, adjusting your approach may benefit the entire process by creating a space for new ideas. When creating a new campaign, it's important to focus on memorability because it's likely you want your audience to remember your advertisement. Since audiences interact with high volumes of advertisements each day, week and month, memorability can become a strategy to differentiate your brand others. When you develop an original, creative advertisement campaign that focuses on memorability, it may increase the likelihood that your audience remembers the message of the campaign and acts on it by making a purchase. Surprising your audience. Inspiring your team to develop original content. Increasing audience engagement. Developing a consistent and unique brand. Communicating with the audience in an innovative way. Differentiating your company from the competition. Guerrilla marketing is one type of marketing creativity that involves using the element of surprise to disrupt your audience's expectations positively. Typically, these marketing stunts take place in public. Guerrilla marketing campaigns are likely to be original, in line with a brand-specific message and engaging for the audience. For example, imagine a small pizzeria decides they want to expand their customer base by using guerrilla marketing. The restaurant plans a family-friendly event that they advertise as having a special guest. When people arrive at the event, they learn that a world-famous chef is assisting the restaurant in making pizza for all the attendees. This surprise may act as a form of guerrilla marketing that serves to generate a larger audience or customer base. Another method of creativity in marketing is by adapting a popular trend on social media to market for a product. This method may appeal directly to your audience that participates on social media. For example, imagine a small business owner wants to increase engagement on social media. They might decide to create content that uses a popular trend as the basis for communicating the message. This type of marketing can appeal to a specific audience and may lead to an increase of engagement with your brand online. Creative marketing is a tool used by advertisers to gain an audience. Attention is generated around a service, product, or event, using various tools to create a cohesive message that connects with users. Aspects of creative marketing include music, symbols, artwork, and design. These affect branding, advertising, customer experience, and products and services. Creative marketing is crucial in developing an emotional connection. Emotional connections allow a brand or service to be memorable and relevant to users. When business and brand are aligned, marketing results escalate. Creative marketing is a vital aspect in order for organizations to stand out and attract attention. Marketing overwhelms social media, so creativity differentiates a message and draws attention to it. Through marketing, an audience is determined, reached, and influenced. Creative marketing changes perceptions and gains interest from potential users. Memorable content is original and rooted in the wants and needs of a specific audience. Creative marketing offers affordable solutions to organizations without the capital to increase expenditure. Successful creative marketing campaigns have several common traits. They are interactive, allowing users to experience information. Putting branding in the background, these campaigns tell impactful stories and create buzz around an existing or new story. Creative marketing is used to directly address customer needs and wants. This includes changing the organization, model, delivery method, or adding a new product. As marketing continues to transition from traditional spaces to web-based, marketers are facing obstacles. Creativity online is a unique challenge incorporating data analytics, customer experience and design. To improve efficiency, marketers use AI writers to navigate the online space, allowing marketers to focus on creativity and differentiation. Lack of competent analytical teams creates barriers between actionable data and current campaigns. Having a consistent tone and elements of design in marketing are vital for brand recall. A creative concept is an overarching big idea that captures audience interest, influences their emotional response and inspires them to take action. It is a unifying theme that can be used across all campaign messages, calls to action, communication channels and audiences. Typically, the creative concept is embodied in a headline, tagline and a key visual. Successful creative concepts are distinctive, memorable, unifying and relevant. Some examples include, Nike's Just Do It campaign, the Got Milk campaign and the Red Ribbon campaign. Creative concepts are based on the communication strategy and creative brief. This ensures that concepts are informed by a strong understanding of the situation, the audience, the channels that will be used, the objectives the campaign seeks to reach and the benefits the audience will respond to. The creative team develops multiple creative concepts based on this information and then concept tests them to determine which one resonates best with the audience. There are different approaches to generating creative concepts. One approach is to outsource creative development to an advertising or creative agency. The creative agencies develop several concepts and test them with the audience. Often, a committee made up of SBCC and government professionals reviews the concepts and makes a final decision based on concept test results and campaign objectives. Another option is to hold a design workshop with multiple stakeholders, including SBCC professionals, technical/topical experts, service delivery partners, government officials, multi-sectoral bodies, audience members and a creative team, including creative directors, graphic designers, illustrators, script writers, copywriters, producers, actors and musicians. During the design workshop, the participants review the creative brief and hold creative concept brainstorming sessions. The team need a leader and it is sometimes helpful to have a creative expert facilitate the exercise. Thank you for watching the video and subscribe the channel.